Hello friends, welcome to Yuva Institute. I am starting a new series of videos for the chapter Ionic Equilibrium. It is considered a bit difficult chapter, so I am breaking the important topics into small videos. This video talks about acids and bases. You can be asked a 1 marker or a 2 marker question in your school exams pertaining to this particular topic. Concept is very simple. We have to differentiate between acids and bases. I mean to say, whatever a compound, whatever is given to you, you need to know whether it is an acid or it is a base. क्या है वो, acid है या base है, right? Let's start. There are three theories primarily. First is the Arrhenius theory or Arrhenius concept. Second is Bronsted-Lowry concept, and the third one is Lewis concept. We will talk about all the three in this video. The Arrhenius concept says that acid is a substance that produces H plus ions in water. Fine. Please remember, when I am saying H plus ions, what happens in solution is this. So, this is an acid. When it releases H plus, it combines then and there with the water molecule, forming the H3O plus. So, you might get confused, sir, what is the definition of acid? Is it the one which releases H plus or the one which releases H3O plus? So, you will be using either of them. It is one and the same thing. You use H plus or H3O plus, your definition will be considered right. Okay? So, you can, in the definition you write like this, in the equation you write like this, as simple as that. Okay? Similarly, now examples have given HCl, it releases H plus, H2SO4 releases H plus, acetic acid releases H plus, H2CO3 releases H plus, right. So, these are acids. Bases are those which produces OH minus ion or hydroxyl ion in water, for example, NaOH, KOH or CaOH whole twice. This is a very primitive kind of theory and has got some limitations. Let us understand. Question आया तो you should write the limitations. Very important. You will get more marks as compared to this. Now, what are the limitations? The limitations are that it is applicable only to aqueous solutions, which means that the solvent is only water. Only water is used as a solvent. आप और कुछ benzene या CCl4, you are not using any other solvent. Okay. It fails to explain the acidic nature of non-protic. You might ask me, sir, what is the meaning of the word non-protic? Non-protic, protic word आया है from proton. Proton किसको बोलते हैं? H plus. Why do we call H plus as a proton? Because hydrogen atom has got only one electron and one proton. Now you have removed one electron from here, so what is remaining? H plus. H plus is nothing but a proton, right? I repeat, you have got one electron, you have got one proton in hydrogen atom. When you have removed the electron, what is left with you is only a proton. So, that is why H plus is also referred as proton. So, when you say non-protic, means compounds which are not capable of donating, producing, releasing H plus ion in water. Okay? For example, SO2. SO2 is an acidic oxide. NO2 is an acidic oxide, CO2 is an acidic oxide, but this theory does not explain this, because this theory says acid वही है which releases H plus ion in water, right, specifically in water. Similarly, it fails to explain the basic nature of compounds like ammonia or Na2CO3 which do not release OH minus ion in solution, but still they are basic, है ना, ठीक है. Also, it fails to explain the acidic nature of salts like AlCl3. Why AlCl3 is an acidic? It fails to explain. So, because of these limitations, we require a better theory than this, but it is a basic. Huh? So, now we talk about the next theory, which is your Bronsted-Lowry concept. See, it talks about proton. It says substance which can donate a proton. I mean, I just explained you what is a proton, right? Substance which can donate a proton is acid. Substance which can accept a proton is a base. Now, the most interesting part over here is that acid and base are complementing each other. You cannot have an individual acid or an individual base. It will depend upon the reaction. Please mark my word, it will depend upon the reaction. Like you see over here in this reaction, HCl is losing NH plus, H2O is gaining NH plus, right. So, this is losing, this will be acid. This is gaining, this will be a base. In this reaction, NH4 plus is losing, acid. H2O is gaining, base. In this reaction, CO3 2 minus is gaining, so base. H2O is losing, so acid. So, we are not confirming that it is only acid or only base, like H2O can behave as acid as well as a base. It depends on this reaction in solution, what exactly is happening with respect to the other compound. So, if it is losing, acid, gaining, base. Losing, acid, gaining, base. Gaining, so base. Losing, that is why it is an acid. Okay? So, comparative hai. Thus, the acidic and basic nature is comparative. That is what I have read over here, that see, if an acid is losing the H plus ion, it forms a conjugate base. What does it form? Conjugate base. What are we trying to say? We are trying to say that every compound has got acidic as well as basic character. Now, from this compound, if you have removed the acidic part, if you have removed the H plus, what is left? Basic part. That is what you have written over here. That from the acid, you have removed the acidic part. So, what is remaining? The basic part. In the base, you have added the acidic part. So, now it has become a conjugate acid. Fine. So, HCl is an acid. You have removed the H plus. So, what is remaining over here? Cl minus. What is Cl minus? Cl minus will be a conjugate base of HCl. I repeat, Cl minus will be a conjugate base of HCl. NH3 will be a conjugate base of NH4 plus. HCO3 minus will be a conjugate acid of CO3 2 minus. Got it? Two very important points which you should mention in your answer if it is asked in the exam, that this concept can be applied to a solvent other than water also. But there is one condition, that it has got a tendency, it should have a tendency to accept or lose a proton, and I hope now you remember what is a proton. Proton is H plus, hai na? And the terms acid and bases are comparative, as I have told you earlier, that acid loses H plus to form conjugate base, the base accepts a proton to form a conjugate acid, right. The last theory, that is a Lewis concept. Now, this concept says that an acid is the substance which can form a covalent bond by accepting a pair of electron. Fine. In a coordinate bond, the one which is accepting the pair of electron is Lewis acid, the one which donates is a Lewis base. So, the one which possesses and is capable of donating is a Lewis base. So, in this compound, NH3 has got a lone pair of electron shown by the two dots. Arrow shows that boron is accepting that lone pair. So, this BF3 becomes or behaves as Lewis acid, this behaves as Lewis base. And we studied about one limitation in the Arrhenius concept about AlCl3. Now, you see AlCl3 is accepting a lone pair of electron from Cl minus. So, Cl minus ion is a Lewis base and AlCl3 is a Lewis acid, right. Okay. So, because it is accepting a lone pair of electron, so AlCl3 is a Lewis acid. These concepts are very basic to study the chapter ionic equilibrium, right. You should by heart all the content that I have given. They might be asked in the exam as I told earlier also. These concepts will be used all through the chapter of ionic equilibrium, right. I hope you have understood the whole topic. You will use it in the school exams also, and while studying your chapter from your textbook also. Log on to our channel Yuva Institute on YouTube, keep watching our videos. There is a long series of videos, you will love them, and I can ensure you very good marks in your school exams. Just watch these videos for free. God bless you.